So first I started off by making sure my skin was clean, and I'm using my Acne Dote medicated wipes from Alba Botanic to make sure that there's just no grossness on my face. Then it kind of got cut out, but I am moisturizing my face with Clinique's Dramatically Different Moisturizer. And I'm just patting that all over my face, making sure it gets really rubbed in, and apparently I decided to make some weird faces in this video. It happens. Then I am going to prime my face with the Benefit Professional. First I put it on the back of my hand just a little bit, and then I am going to pat it over the areas where I feel like my pores have issues, and then I just kind of rub it over the rest of my face. I also pat it over like acne spots and rough areas. Then today I am using my new YSL foundation, the Youth Liberator Serum Foundation in the color B10, but I also got a sample when I purchased it, so I'm going to use up the sample first. After I have that smeared all over my face, I'm taking my Real Techniques buffing brush and just starting to stipple that and work it into the skin and just make sure that it's completely even and nothing is amiss. So yes, I do use 3 concealers. It is a bit ridiculous. But the first one I'm using is MAC's Studio Finish in the color NW20. And I use that to cover any acne spots or discoloration on my skin. And I just pat that on with my ring finger, making sure to pat and not rub, so I'm not rubbing off any of the foundation that I've already applied. Then I take Rimmel's Wake Me Up Concealer in the color Very Fair and apply that as a highlight for my face, and I apply that on the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on the middle of my chin. And then I use a Real Techniques domed shadow brush to kind of spread all of that out, but to blend it in I go back to my ring finger and make sure it's all super blended. Then underneath my eyes I take the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Treatment Concealer in the color Light and just put that anywhere I want to highlight that area of my face, because what I love about this concealer is it is brightening, but it also gets rid of my under eye circles and makes them just kind of vanish. And you can completely see the difference after I get this all blended in. Then to set under my eyes, I'm using Laura Mercier's Secret Brightening Powder and a Real Techniques setting brush. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm using Clinique's Blended Face Powder in the Transparency Neutral shade. I am in love with this powder. And I just take a big powder brush and stipple it all over my face so not to disturb the makeup underneath, and I barely use any of this. Then for my brows, I am taking Urban Decay's Brow Box in the color Brown Sugar, using the lightest shade just to kind of lightly fill in my brows. Basically what you see here is how I fill my brows in every day. I have such full brows naturally that I don't really feel it necessary to overdo it with the brows, just kind of filling in the areas that are kind of sparse of hair. So now for some reason I'm doing this out of order. I decided to highlight my face first, and I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush and MAC's Extra Dimension Skin Finish in double definition. Now to contour my face today, I am using Benefit's Hoola Bronzer as usual and the Real Techniques original contour brush. And I just use that to sculpt out my cheekbones. But to do the rest of my face, I use the Multitask brush. And today I felt like using 3 blushes. I have been on this kick of using a lot of blush lately. The first one is Benefit's Rockateur blush, and I'm just using the Real Techniques blush brush to apply that. And I apply it from the apples of my cheeks and then kind of sweep it back to my temples, really blending it out, just kind of giving some color back to the face. Now I'm using Tarte's Amazonian Clay blush in the color Flush, and I barely dip my brush in there, and I just really kind of want to give a pink look to my cheeks today. that's why I decided to use this. Then to blend out over top of that, I'm using NARS Orgasm Blush, and I kind of apply that in the same way that I applied the Rockateur blush. To start off my eyes, I am priming them with MAC's Paint Pot in Rubenesque, and I'm just applying that all over my lids with my ring finger. So I'm using the new Kat Von D Spellbinding Eyeshadow Book palette, and I'm using the color Sunset Boulevard to start off with. It is just a really pretty, bright, very pigmented gold that is also shot through with glitter, and surprisingly I got very little fallout from this color. Then I'm also just going to take that around my tear duct and about a third of the way in on the lower lash line. Then I'm taking the color Fallen and a safe Sephora blending brush, and I'm going to apply that in my crease and really blend it out and make it smoky. I'm also keeping that off of the gold and making sure to blend it only in my crease and not down onto my lid. Then I pick up my Soho really big fluffy brush with no other product on it and just really start blending that out and making that smoky. I also go back to my Sephora brush and bring it down around kind of onto my lid in a C shape. Then, still using Fallen, taking my Real Techniques accent brush, I am just blending that along the rest of my lower lash line. Then to really smoke that color out, I pick up my Real Techniques shader brush with a little bit more color on it and really just blend it out and smoke it out. Then to just blend out the edges and make it even more smoky, I pick up the color Countess on, I believe this is a deluxe crease brush, and just really blend out that edge, and this also highlights my brow bone. Whatever my hair is doing, then I decided to pick up the color Cry Later, which is a brown shot through with brown and gold glitter, and this is a base shadow brush, and I'm just taking and putting that on the tip of the brush, and I am going to darken and deepen my crease a little bit more. I'm really just focusing this color on the outer half of the eye and bringing it around in that C shape and just really making it smoky and making my crease deeper. Then I go back to my little accent brush and I pick up more of Cry Later and blend that on the outer half of my lower lash line, and I also pick up my shader brush and blend that out. I'm not sure if I showed that though. Then to define my upper lash line, I am taking the color Dark Throne, which is kind of what looks like a matte black. You can use Cry Later, I just decided to use black because I thought it would look the best for what I was going for. And I just push that into the roots of my lashes, all the way into the corner of the eye. Then at the outer edge of my eye, I kind of make a slight cat flick, but I am really blending it out with my angle brush by flicking the brush up. I'm doing it very lightly, but you can see that I am flicking the brush kind of and blending with it rather than just making a harsh line. Then I pick up my shader brush again and a little bit more of Cry Later and blend that out and smoke that out. Now I am taking MAC's Teddy Kohl Liner, which is just a bronzy brown goldy tone color, and I am lining my waterline where the darker browns are. And then I am taking Rimmel Scandalize eye pencil in the color Nude. This is waterproof, so it's great. And I am applying that to my waterline where the gold is, just to make sure that that inner portion of my eye stays open. And then I'm curling my lashes, as you see. Then today I'm using the Best Volume Extreme Mascara by Jordana. I am in love with this mascara and will probably use this for a good long while. So for my lips today, I am using two Tarte Lip Surgeons pencils, and the first one that I'm applying now is in the color Swank, and it's just this really like pinky red toned lip color that I really like, and I really like the Tarte Lip Surgeons pencils, I think the best, maybe even better than the Clinique ones. Then I am taking the color Glitzy, which is a pink shot through with some glitter, and I am applying that to the center of my lips only. Now for the quickest outfit of the day ever. My pants are from Hydraulic. They are some of my favorite pants. My boots are from Target, and they are Masumo, and they're just like ankle biker boots. And then the top that I'm wearing is from Hot Topic. So that's it, and thanks y'all for watching.